In Leviticus chapter 22, God gives you 4 reasons why we should obey him. God shouldn't have to do it, but he gives you 4 reasons why you ought to obey him today. Now, I don't know what that means for you, but you probably do. The first reason in Leviticus chapter 22, he says, I want you to obey me, is because he says, I am the Lord. That means that God is creator, your creator. He chose to make you. He chose to give you life. But beyond the fact that he's the creator of the universe and this beautiful, universe we see all around us, he sustains it. He sustains you. In fact, your heart wouldn't keep beating if God didn't want it to. It's not because you're so smart or you're so strong that your heart beats. It's because God allows it to. The second reason we ought to obey God is this. I'm holy, God says. It means I'm separate, I'm perfect, I'm righteous. If we could understand holiness, man, we wouldn't be able to live. He says, if we saw holiness, you wouldn't even live. He says, I'm separate from all this filth of society in the world. So be holy, be like me. Number 3, he says this, because I sanctify you. I am cleaning you up in this process of sanctification. I made you clean, and I'm making you clean. So don't go back to the old things of the world. Number 4, he says, because I brought you out of the land of Egypt. He continually tells the people of Israel, look, I did something amazing for you. You were in a land where you were in slavery, and I took you out of that. God did the same thing. God did the same thing for me and you. He took us out of where we were living in slavery and gave us freedom. We have the freedom now not to sin, not to live in our old ways. This idea of going back to our old ways is different for every single person. For some of us, it has to do with substance abuse. For others of us, it has to do with ways of thinking and behaving and living where you're at the center of your universe. Today, being out of slavery for you and I, it might just be putting God first in our minds, in our actions. And that means you're going to put other people first. But don't go back to living how you used to live. Be holy. Be righteous. 4 reasons why we need to obey God. Because of who God is. Because of what he is. He's holy. Because of what he's done for us, made you clean. And number 4, because he took you out of the land of slavery.